Anaconda facts you didn't know. Giant, very strong, and will take your breath away with a hug. The anaconda is the largest snake and hides a lot of secrets. Would you like to know them all? Well, here they are. Number 1. No partner required. Surprisingly, this giant and terrifying species of snake is so incredible that, in extreme cases, females don't need males to reproduce. This non-sexual reproductive process is known as parthenogenesis, which in Greek means virgin birth. This is normal in insects, but also in some lizards, other snakes, and sharks. A famous case of parthenogenesis occurred at Boston's New England Aquarium, United States, when Anna, a 33-pound and 9.84-foot long anaconda, gave birth to young, and no male snake was involved. Some of them were born dead, and only 2 made it. Scientists ran DNA tests for these snake babies to prove that they didn't have a father, and according to the results, these babies were clones of their mother. This reproductive strategy might even save this species from extinction and shows that nature can do anything, even repopulate the Earth only with a mother doing it solo. Number 2. It can swallow up to. It's a little difficult to measure because anacondas have very flexible jaws that allow them to swallow anything that seems to go in there, and what doesn't too. It can be large prey such as a tapir, peccary, or deer. The anaconda can get involved in fights with over 6.5-foot caimans, and it usually kills them with its unbelievable strength by constricting them. Other animals also devoured by anacondas are crocodiles, jaguars, smaller reptilian cousins, and even aquatic turtles. So the anaconda is likely to eat all that gets into its peculiar jaw as long as it feeds on. By the way, its jaw can open about 180 degrees. Besides, its body gets the shape of the prey. I think you can imagine what might fit in there. 3 weeks or months in the stomach. I know you've already watched some movies about anacondas swallowing something as large as a person or so, but in this case, I'll tell you how long it takes for these animals to digest very large prey in nature. The digestion of the whole victim is so slow that the poor anaconda has to remain sleeping or not move at all until this process is completed, which could take days, weeks, or even a month. The anaconda can be on a branch or near water, and if you see one around there carrying an unusual and noticeable bulge, you can get an idea of what the anaconda captured. Number 4. Who's larger? In many snake species, one of the genders must be the largest, but that's not always the male. Well, this is the pattern in anacondas. And is it a significant difference? Yes. Females are between 13 and 26 feet long, and males are only 8.2 feet long on average. Can you imagine your girlfriend or wife being twice or triple as large as you? That'd be a little intimidating, wouldn't it? This reptile, with a tiny and nothing scary head, but with a really muscular body, makes holding a large female all of a challenge. Plus, you'll need someone to help you out because this huge constrictor may cause you a hernia if you ever think of lifting it up on your own, as it weighs 233 pounds. If you want to take an anaconda, an extra hand to handle one of the largest predators in South America will always be welcomed. Number 5. A very unusual fight. This huge reptile has a characteristic ritual to mate. What is it exactly about? Well, when the female anaconda is sexually available, she emits a pheromone that males can smell from a distance of 3.4 miles. Imagine how powerful and irresistible that scent must be to make you look for your partner over 50 blocks away. What incredible is nature, isn't it? Males, being attracted to the irresistible fragrance of the female, go for her. They use their forked tongue as sexual antennas, and when they get to it, bunch together around her, forming a breeding ball. These male anacondas can stay there fighting it out to keep her for up to 5 weeks. This pheromone has to be a powerful one because it stupefies males for many weeks. But after all this time trying to get a chance with the female and finally mate, they don't know who the baby's father is. What an odd fight. Number 6. They are not egg-laying. Anacondas are one of the few non-oviparous snakes. Most of the snakes lay eggs so their young can come into the world. However, after copulating, the anaconda becomes pregnant and carries her babies in her underbelly, creating a kind of placentas. Anacondas are able to give birth to the ridiculous number of 70 offspring at a time. Wow! though on average, this number ranges from 40 anaconda babies, who are 1/3 of their total mother's weight approximately. Weird fact, during the whole pregnancy term, which is 7 months, mommies eat absolutely nothing. What a devoted mother who fasts and just waits for the birth while pregnant. If much young are born, the unfortunate mother anaconda may lose up to half her weight after labor. This is a really demanding gestation. Number 7. Ready to kill or die. The oviparous pythons and many snakes take care of their newborns, but this doesn't happen with the anaconda. The newborn babies are ready to have an autonomous and full of danger life. Although they are only between 23 and 31 inches long and 1.18 inches in diameter, they have to fend for themselves. That's why they're an easy target for predators such as wild cats, jaguars, caimans, piranhas, and other small animals. For this reason, a great number of anacondas die within the first year of life. But if they manage to get big, most of their infancy predators become prey. An anaconda go from being the tiniest in the jungle to be the most feared one. Its early life is a true challenge, but that's only another thing the anaconda can overcome. Number 8. They are poikilothermic. What does this word mean? Take it easy, this isn't in Chinese or something like that. Basically, this means that anacondas, similar to other snakes, can't regulate their body temperature. That's why they are called cold-blooded animals, and sure they are. Due to different metabolic or physiological process, the anaconda can't generate body heat internally. This animal depends very much on the temperature of the surroundings to keep its ideal temperature. And when the anaconda isn't warm, it can spend some time sunning itself to recharge and be ready to hunt. That's the reason why you'll find no anaconda far from warm areas of the wide jungle and plains of South America. If you see an anaconda that is sunbathing, relax. The animal needs to do that to be in its finest, and it may not actually represent a threat to you at that moment. You might also run into a full of food anaconda that's getting some sunshine and enjoying its life of super hunter. Number 9. Better in water than on land. Also known as common water boa, the anaconda is really good at swimming, and that's been immortalized in different movies where you can see it as a ship lurker and a very fast swimmer. Picture yourself weighing about 440 pounds, being up to 32 feet tall and armless, but to move, you have to crawl on land. It sounds pretty difficult, doesn't it? Likewise, you know that things seem to be lighter underwater, so that's the perfect means for a huge anaconda to swim back and forth. Anacondas can be submerged for up to 10 minutes without any problem, and they're very cautious because their eyes and nasal openings are on the top of their heads. You might see their eyes, but if they were right in front of you, you wouldn't have any idea how colossal these hunters are. You will be stunned with the next fact, and so will I. Number 10. Cannibalism from time to time. As you've seen, this reptile exhibits an evident sexual dimorphism, since the size difference between the sexes is massive. In the green anaconda society, females are the alpha ones, as they always live longer and are weightier. But what I didn't expect was the sexual cannibalism by females, which sometimes eat the poor males after mating. But why or how does this happen? I'll tell you, during reproduction, the anaconda has up to 15 candidates keeping to fight her, but you already know that. What they think is if the male stays longer than expected for fecundation, the female will act aggressively and devour him without hesitation. Bye-bye, man! Another theory suggests that as the female is already expecting, she needs nutrients, so she eats him and uses the male in front of her as a superfood easy to get. Because, you know, she'll spend 7 months doing nothing. And according to the last theory, females eat their mates because they might eat the young or even become rivals for females in the lean seasons, where only the strongest survive. It sounds cold, and it is, but this is nature. I'm sure that you had already heard about some of these anaconda facts, but the others shocked you, am I right? Well, the same happened to me. If you want to know more about this beautiful world where no matter if you don't have legs, like the video and subscribe to TrendMax. If you were left wanting for knowing more about these reptiles, you should watch these videos. See you next time!